I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Smack 'em a gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And Geddy Lee, he reflected on steps he's taken to prepare for Rush's upcoming reunion tour and noted how the only thing he misses about touring is being in the pocket with his bandmates while performing a demanding song. As much as Rush fans hope Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson would indeed get to play together again, even the most fervent believers must have had a dash of skepticism in them. And yet, a Rush reunion with Jeff Beck's former collaborator Anika Niles stepping in Neil Peart's shoes. And new dates only keep getting added. Over the past year or so, Lee and Lifeson were very open about indulging in jam sessions and regular frequency, despite Lifeson's effort to downplay the fact. While his bandmates recently noted how the duo didn't rush into the decision. Pun intended. With the 50-something tour getting closer by the day, Lee told CBS News in a recent interview that he's taken the preparation up a notch. He said, "I'm getting ready. I've been playing diligently for about a year and a half now, and it wasn't that we had planned this tour that long ago. I had just decided that after writing all these books and having the experience of doing television shows, I needed to make some music again. So I've been working out pretty regularly, trying to get my fingers and these little digits back into shape. And of course, since we did make the decision to tour, I'm hitting the gym pretty hard, and so is Alex. And we're going to be ready. We're working at it. And we're going to put a lot of hours into this." While both Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson seems to be ecstatic about the new chapter of their careers, Lee admitted that he'd never consciously missed receiving ovations at a live show. He said, No, I don't miss it. It's never really entered my mind. To be frank, the only thing I miss about touring is actually the job itself. That's the marvelous feeling of being in the middle of a 10-minute song and you're caught up and you're playing and you're trying your best and everything is working and all your bandmates are clicking. It's that adrenaline that I miss. I really had kind of settled into a nice life without a roar of a crowd. And I think I adjusted pretty well to it. But of course, I'll be very happy to hear that once again. There you go. News is slow. What can I say? But hey, I like talking about Rush. I love Rush. And I ain't going to see this unless somebody gets me a free ticket or, man, the most I'd pay is probably like $100. But even that would kind of hurt. And Rush booked a show down here at the Hard Rock. And this is like a smaller venue where, I didn't even look how much they're charging. But, McCartney's played there and the cheapest tickets was like $800. The same with the Rolling Stones and Guns N' Roses and Metallica. They all played there for, they get paid millions, I guess, from the promoter because the promoter jacks up those seats. I mean, anywhere you sit in that place is a good view. So I'm not complaining that, you're paying that much money and you're far. No, you're pretty close. But at the same time, man, it's hard for me to pull the trigger and pay. I don't even know how much they're asking. But I know it's either going to be $1,000 or maybe a little less. And I saw Rush with Neil Peart. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't go to this, it'd be a bummer. I would love to see it. Don't get it twisted. Let's cut the deck. I would love to see Alex and Geddy back on stage with that girl, even if it's not Neil Peart, I would go. I would go. But not for that much money. I'm going to have to miss it, man. I just can't get into it. So, anyway, I was talking to a friend earlier, and he said to me, well, now that Rush is, they have a girl drummer. I hope they don't do none of their, metal songs like Anthem, Bastille Day, their real heavy songs. And I said to him, why wouldn't you want Rush to play, their metallic songs with the girl drummer? And he said, because it's a girl. The only metal a girl should be into is pots and pans. And I said, hey, man, that's not cool saying that, bro. I didn't agree with what he said at all. I didn't find it funny at all. And anybody watching this found that funny, you should be ashamed of yourself. Seriously, what's wrong with you? But anyway, I love Rush. I wish I can go. But I'll live, man. I flew to New Orleans 10 years ago to see that 40th anniversary, which was really the last Rush tour. This is not technically a Rush tour. They're not promoting no record. This is nostalgia time, my friends. That's what it is. It's a nostalgia trip, which I would love to see. But I don't want to pay that much money for a nostalgia trip. Well, yeah, no offense. Even if the great Neil Peart was still alive, I don't think I'd pay those prices. I'm a huge Beatles fan. First time I saw McCartney was in 1990. I was front row at the Joe Robbie Stadium. Then I had nosebleeds the next night. And then I went to Orlando to see him. And I seen McCartney 3-4 times after that down here in South Florida. But I didn't go to the last one. I wanted to, but I went and looked at the prices, and the cheapest tickets I saw was, no lie, $890 something without all the charges that push it up to $1,000. And you know what? I'll live. I still have my memories of all the times I saw McCartney, and I'm still going to have all my memories where I saw Rush starting way back on the freaking Moving Pictures tour. It was the first time I saw him. I saw him twice on that tour, actually. So, and I've seen Rush so many times through the years that, believe me, missing this show, bummer, but I will live because I saw him with Neil. I wish I could have seen him with John Rusty because I'm a huge fan of that first Rush album, which I was just listening to today. I think that album just owns. And with Geddy saying he misses the adrenaline stuff, let me tell you, man, I only experienced it one night when I headlined a show in Columbia, my band Thrash or Die. We headlined a show in front of 8,000 people. That's not even a quarter of what Rush plays a night. And the adrenaline I received at that show was unbelievable. It was the greatest feeling I ever felt in my life. Better than sex. It was just unbelievable. And yeah, man. I played to some big crowds here and there back in the day, but 8,000 was pretty epic. And to think this guy does it to 20,000, yeah, I can understand him missing it. Hey, I miss it, but I ain't Geddy Lee. I can't book a show, a Thrash or Die show, and play to even 8,000 people around the world. It was a one-in-a-lifetime experience, but it was awesome. What a night. I'll never forget that for the rest of my life, how I was jamming in front of 8,000 Colombians, seeing 3 different pits happen at the same time. It was unbelievable. But enough about me. So, yeah, there you go. So, I understand him missing the Rush. And there's a lot of people out there that, Neil Peart, Schmeal Peart. I'll pay thousands to go see him with, some girl on drums, which is cool. I wish I could go, but, And hopefully, my friend's wrong and they do play some metallic stuff. But anyway, that's it for the only news that matters. What do you all think? Are you going to this? Are you paying top dollar? You know I ain't. But leave it in the comments below. And everybody out there, thank you so much for watching The Only News That Matters. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Before and After by Rush and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.